His Triton earnings now to north of $2 million. Bittersweet for Yoni, of course, after that queen high flop teased potential double up spot. And Kevin, can we just talk about the fact that we've lost 2 players already? 2 of the 4 pros that made it to this final table. We're down to 7. It's the invitees that are doing all the talking here in Montenegro.
It's wild as well. I did a little bit of math, and the invitees have over 80% of the chips at this final table. Seth Davies, 4 million. Taylor von Kriegenberg, 2 million. There's 40 million chips in play.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think that's the right reaction, yeah.
Fair. Wow.
Both pros, by the way, eliminated with ace-queen after flopping top.
Finally. Thank you, Mr.
Pretty close.
That is gross, actually, when you phrase it like that as well. Just like one of the biggest buy-in tournaments of the year.
How it's queen?
Not like a glitch, actually.
Yeah?
Not like a glitch.
It's not a glitch. Not like a glitch.
Quick fix. Quick fix.
Quick fix, yeah. Well, maybe just,
Seven-figure payout guaranteed, $1,053,000
again.
locked up. Let's see if the 2 men from Azerbaijan collide here. There's a lot on the line, Kevin, in terms of, you know, legacy in the country of Azerbaijan. Hajiev is currently ranked #1 on the country's all-time money list.
You saw that little smirk from Javid, like, you coming after me? I'm ready to go. 2 6s. Taken to a flop.
I don't think he's going to win this one, though. 1.9 million in the middle. I'm in with 3.7 back, although c-betting here doesn't feel comfortable.
No, it doesn't. I wouldn't have been surprised to see a check back. The king-jack would hate to get raised. Very committing on this board. With just pot and a half behind. Got 2 overs in the double gutter. We've seen Ismailov respond with aggression. Marginal in the past.
$2.8 million out there. Hajiev with 3.3 back.
I think this is his opportunity to win it. The ace very much in his range and not Ismailov's. Oh, he checks though.
The chip leader just going to extend his lead.
Looks like he barely read the board on the river there. Ismailov attending to something else as he checks. Will Hajiev pounce on that perceived disinterest? No. That's going to be frustrating.
That's very painful for Hajiev.
You just feel like there should have been a way to win that one. Immediate regret.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always painful when you see one of the hands that you could have got to fold. I mean, Hajiev does sit top of Azerbaijan's all-time money list with 11.7 million in earnings. Looking for Javid and not finding anything.
Maybe it's just a card sometimes. If he had jacks, he would lose. I agree. Yeah, you have a point.
Yeah, can't find anything on Javid, our current chip leader. No previous results, at least according to Hendon Mob. What a way to burst onto the scene. I tell you what, if Javid goes on to win this, becomes the second player from that country to win an invitational, the next invitational might just be, we might just have like 20 Azerbaijani CEOs in the mix.
Look at this, by the way. Ismailov defending the big blind. Starts leading out on this flop. Small amount of backdoor equity, but nothing more. Pavi flats the top pair on the flop, improving to top 2. Wisely slowing down as the board develops in favor of the under the gun range. I think that 350 is all that
750.
Ismailov will lose in this one.
Yeah, it's weird. On the one hand, you want to be taken away from second in chips and further creating that separation, but then on the other hand, it also feels like, look, Javid, you are in an incredible position right now. He has 118 bigs when average stack is 46 big blinds.
Yeah.
The last thing you'd want to do is make a massive misstep, double Alexa up, or, you know, he wins a big pot of you, and then all of a sudden you've got a very aggressive and competent chip leader on your left.
Yep.
And then you're forced into this weird kind of, you know, ICM cage, poker hospital as we like to call it.
It's important to think about.
I try, Kevin. I do try to think
Might actually be right.
before I speak, you know. Sometimes you catch me regurgitating the same old
Thank you so much.
spew.
You're sharper than you look is what you're getting at. Is that the compliment that that you were fishing for, Henry?
Well, I don't know. Sharper than I look. I mean, what does that suggest, Kevin? It suggests that I look like a blunt hammer. Thanks.
Wow. Ismailov just relentless. Really trying to put pressure on the middle stacks. I don't know what Pavi's options are right now, but he's
1,750,000. Here comes the cold 4-bet.
that's gonna force Maher out of there with the best hand.
I mean, everyone else is watching this right now. TVK's there on 13 bigs, just thinking, okay, lads, go on. First against second, please do. But I think what we're going to start seeing from the likes of TVK, Ramin, and Seth is those guys aren't going to be willing to get involved too lightly now.
Good fault.
When they're seeing this kind of action in front of them,
It's true.
flashbacks to that 50k the other night.
Mm-hmm.
You throw in someone like Jules Dickerson.
Seems to be on just like a path to implosion or
Yeah.
a path to collision with somebody willing to take a stand. You can just kind of sit by and observe. Pick up the implied EV.
It really
Is that
does
Azerbaijani for bullshit?
No, Azerbaijani for getting bored.
incentivize
Well, which is why
passiveness.
Which is synonym to get the bullshit.
good sign you're getting bored. We just started. A long way.
Wow, Alexa with the needle as well.
Note Hajiev folding the 5s. He's definitely got survival on his mind.
Well, when the payouts are as big as they currently are, everyone guaranteed just north of $1 million, and we're playing for 6.2. Did he just say all in?
Blind versus blind. Wasserson confirming that he has 27 big blinds. And he's just all in.
I never really had a squeeze.
You know, it looks quite wild. I think it's more in line than you would expect. Like it's
Is it, Kevin? Please
just a
explain it to me.
it's just a touch out there, but the calling range.
Oh, I got finally get off
That
it. Like,
Wasserson's willing to put in.
away from that fucking fat
You might be
stack,
looking
dude.
at 6% of hands, 5% of hands, something exceptionally rare.
So what I'm hearing is, 1 in 20 times he wakes up with a calling hand.
I mean, 1 in 20 times he's going to snap you. Maybe there's some other hands that think about it and end up calling, but they're going to have 60% equity against your hand. Not 75, 80. But the hands that you're really, really worried about, quite rare. It's a high leverage spot. So many folds that you can get and just pick up those valuable antes. Because they have gone up to 75, 150.
Like tripled up.
Javits being involved again.
Oh, and this is troublesome for Davies. I mean, he's seen how light Ismailov's been getting after it. He's got a premium rejamming candidate. See what he thinks of this sizing. Does he think there's fold equity? He's put in 1.2, 4 million back. No.
Lets it go.
Steamrolling.
Avoids flipping for his life, and maybe a slight, slap on the wrist there. Obviously, we can see that Javin actually had it,
Yeah,
but
come on, it's small pot. Bro.
it
Small
wouldn't
pot.
surprise me if
Doesn't
we
count.
see Seth just making some massive adjustments from early position, like a hand like King Queen, Ace 10 might just be met with an open muck in future orbits,
Sure.
I was interested
and fully justified, by the way. I mean,
You see Ismailov and Pavicevic 3-betting every pot. Why even enter it?
Yep.
Unless you can stack off, right?
Oh man, this is gonna be something else.
Ismailov taking one off there, by the way. Folding a suited 10.
Shock. Do you know what we haven't said today? I mean, it felt like it would have been a bit harsh, had we said get wrecked, but
Oh, yeah.
look at these guys. Hedgiev's just like, get wrecked, Alexa.
It would be rough because the only opportunities,
I know.
Henry, have been when pros got sucked out on during a run out all in at risk.
I could make straights. So
No, I'd never do it in that spot. That's even for me. Kev is a bit savage.
But just, warning, perhaps, the
But just
viewers that
a
if-
little warning here. Hedgiev's like,
Next race. Oh, it's the wheel cards.
get wrecked.
smart.
I'm all in.
I guess you can make straight with A7 also.
In a short jack.
In this game. You only need one card.
No, I thought we were using both cards to make straight, bro. I thought we were in that category.
Man, can we just do an invitational at every stop?
You got to keep it exclusive, you
I know, but still.
Only way to get it this big, this much action, make it rare.
We had 48 pairings
It's huge.
before a hand had even been played.
Nice fold there from Noira. Tempting one. Oh. These two hands. Even knowing that TVK will be posting 20% of his stack next hand,
875.
these are just two big hands between the 4 million chip stacks.
Are we
They're
just,
already just in.
Are we just down to 6 here?
It's already all in and call.
It feels like we're just down to 6, Kevin. They are just
Chasing
dropping
another river so early.
like flies.
Yeah,
It's the
dude,
ace queen again, the hand that's all in at risk. For the 3rd time at this final table.
Давай çıkar
Boss has Hedgiev covered ever so slightly. About 2/3 of a big blind difference between these stacks.
Such a fast all in, I should have considered.
Huh?
Such a fast one. Yeah?
Ace king.
Clubs on board. Hedgiev now with 43% equity. Also has the 3 remaining queens working in his favor.
It's not bad. I'm fucking chasing that. We'll see what this guy calls.
What a sweat for Was. Just looking to hold
How about
as
that?
he removes
See.
the queen outs, but nothing shifts as Hedgiev picks up 3 additional 10s. Club or a 10 for Broadway needed for the 2023 Invitational Champion Ramin Hajiv. Otherwise, he is out the door in 7th. Wasserson holds.
Good game, good game.
That could quite literally be the biggest hold of the Americans' tournament career. What a start to this final table for him. He's up to 7.5 million. And we are somehow down to 6 players in, I want to say, the space of 2-3 orbits, Kevin. Ramin Hajiv taking the aggressive line with the ace-queen suited. Extends his lead atop of Azerbaijan's all-time money list. Picks up another 7-figure payday.
Yeah, but I knocked someone out. It's good for him.
He heads on over. Speak with friends on the rail. Always love to see him at the Triton Super High Roller Series. Just loves the game, and you can tell just how much the competition means to him. The businessman from Azerbaijan will head home with an additional $1,053,000 in earnings. And Kevin, I can't believe I'm saying this, but again, we are down to 6 players. Everyone now guaranteed $1,423,000.
Going to be disappointing there for Haji, I have no doubt.
Boss, I think I had a timing tell on you there.
You knew I had a good hand. when I went all in, it was kind
Before his chips hit the middle when you went all in?
Heard Ramin mentioning that as well on his walk out.
Is that a tell?
Yes.
Maybe
Well,
feeling
it worked.
disappointed.
You did the reverse. I know you're.
That he snap called
You did
as
it
fast as
yesterday with
Wasserson
ace-nine
moved all in
suited,
there.
you know what's up. You're staying balanced.
No, I had to think about that one a little bit, honestly. Well, I think I know what I'm going to do.
Right. You're not here at Hollywood.
No. What's the point?
Thank you so much.
TVK seems like a really fun dude to hang out with, man. I feel like
Is there
No
anything
problem throwing a
on
few
that spot to
needles.
Hollywood? He's just going to call or he's going to fold?
Okay. You're what? To get ahead of him. He always brags. He's ahead of me. Wow. Stakes are high.
I think a night out with TVK in somewhere like
Yeah.
Melbourne or like Barcelona, we probably just both end up in a really cold
I'm never going to pass you, buddy. I promise you that.
4x4 room with a very small window with a couple of bars across it. You know the ones I'm talking about, Kev?
You're going to get in some trouble is what you're saying.
We're going to get in some trouble, yeah. I do feel like yeah, could get in some trouble with TVK. He's trying to get people
boy.
doing shots at the table. And you say, oh boy.
Well, we've got a raise and a 3-bet already. Javi getting after it with the 7-5 suited under the gun. Ace-queen suited is just going to win this easily.
No, I have good hand.
Nice move. Nice move.
I had a good
Very
hand.
nice.
Nice hand.
Very nice.
I had a good hand.
Now the opposite timing step.
I didn't want to convince myself to do something stupid. So I almost just got it out of there fast.
I was calling.
I had a good hand. I do beat.
I had 2 life cards.
Maybe.
Well, unless you had.
Should get luck or something.
Yeah, you had 2 life cards. You're right.
Javi considering carefully how much he wants to reveal about that open.
Yeah. He was about to say, oh, I have 2 life cards unless
No,
you
yeah,
have.
this-
No, wait, I
1.8
shouldn't say that.
cognac.
Cognac gun, no cognac.
Good hand.
I will start with the wine if the low will join. Yeah, I'll have wine after this one. I switch to wine. Maybe we get a nice bottle. Yeah. Some red wine. Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Get a little 5K
Got a
bottle
lot.
of wine in,
Wow.
you know?
And from my friend here, out of all people.
I made a stupid fold there. I think that was too tight.
Stakes are high for TVK to spin up this 9 big blinds. So he can stick around and share that bottle.
See family and stuff, and why there's.
He is by far the shortest stack.
You're from around here, or?
Yeah, I live like an
Average 6.7 million.
Max
Yeah, it's pretty close,
in
right?
Montenegro, like an hour away.
Taylor's got
Like a
1.3.
different part of the country, you know.
Yeah.
US, 1 hour away is like your daily commute.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That's not good for me.
You can't just like pop up from Miami to Atlanta in an hour or anything
Yeah.
like that.
Nope.
12 hours maybe.
That's okay for me.
That is true. Here in Montenegro, you know, an hour in any direction, you're in a very different part of the country. In America, that's
There's
just
a lot committed to the spot.
it's your daily trip to the grocery store.
It's true in some parts.
What
I used
the
to
fuck
commute
do these people have?
90 minutes to high school, both ways.
What's
If
the
you
level?
ask my
It's by hands,
parents
When is
But
when is
how
the
long it
break?
took them to commute to high school, it was one of the most treacherous
got bold
journeys.
Ah, 2:30.
Was it like a walking barefoot uphill
it's not
both
good
directions in the snow kind of situation?
It's not good level.
Bears, lizards,
Okay, that's even worse than I.
crocodiles,
With the chips. Coming to you with the chips.
drunks at
Just going double
7:30
up so
a.m.
I
in the
can hang out
morning.
longer.
Anytime.
all.
Anytime.
Trying to
It
place
was-
the climate
It was a real, you know.
that allowed for that intersect of
Yeah, London in the 70s.
species.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah, tons of crocodiles.
Oh, they really are. I mean, listen.
The problem though, I'm gonna have to.
Talking about different kinds of crocodiles in London. Rex are getting busy on the button.
Two friends going to war, you know.
Just love no war.
For you, it's just a small battle. For me, it's my whole army's on the
Resistance
line.
is like
Yeah, but aces, let me know, I will call you.
I do love the exaggerated stories of parents.
If I have aces,
In
I
my
leave
time,
one chip behind.
Kevin Rabbitchild,
Okay.
you know,
Then I will call.
Yes, thank you very much.
how tough we had it.
I'd ace jack.
I'm sure you'll exaggerate the same way one day.
Yeah.
I had it good, man. Had it good.
Nobody else knows that history. You can shape it how you please. Wasserson, the covering stack into the blinds of Neura and Davies. King Jack offsuit, fringy.
Okay.
Decides to just flat. Feels like that moves Davies' hand away from 3-bet bluffing and maybe towards fold or flat. And he does just complete a rare multi-way flop.
Eric being incredibly honest here. Just like speaking out loud. I didn't expect that. Did he just say ooh as he flopped the trip eights as well?
Gonna have to listen back to that one.
Talk about throwing people off of their game.
Seth's got a little something working on this board. Ace of hearts. 3 to a straight. Hard to get this far against the button and fold for 2 blinds. I would think check raise and check call both on the table.
Actually see some American on American violence here. Seth just comes with call. 1.7 in the middle. Crucial pot for both. Fortunately for Seth, doesn't pick up a flush draw or a straight draw on the turn. Can now kind of find the exit.
Yeah,
Somewhat
have to,
minimal damage inflicted.
have to think Wasserson keeps firing. Can be small,
850.
just half pot. This geometric or so, setting up stacks. Wasserson now firmly in 3rd place.
No, you don't. No. No, you don't.
We'll know.
Guys are being pretty honest here. I
Neuer
don't know
would
how
have
I
picked
feel
up.
about it.
Yeah, Neuer would have picked up that top pair. He was maybe whispering over. I would have had the winner.
That's what he said. Eric said, no, you don't. Wasson has done a fantastic job separating himself from the middle of the pack there after that big double, massive hold against Ramin Hajiev. Bit of a safety net for him. Average stack of 44 big blinds. Everyone currently guaranteed 1,423,000 for their efforts.
I said if you jam pre-flop, I fold up. Ace 8. Awesome.
Eric guaranteed his largest ever Triton payday here.
Yeah.
Joined us for the first time in London 2023. Did a full series there.
Hang on, because Taylor, facing a raise from the effective chip leader, has a pair of 5s. Good chunk of his stack already invested.
I like doing that. Yeah.
Just a flat
I like
is
doing that.
dicey. Pot behind. And we might end up folding the best hand on some boards. Not this one, though. Flops the flush draw.
Alex is just going to put him in. Good luck, boys. Taylor happy to take the spot. And what a spot it is. 85% equity.
I am all in.
7-10 run out.
5s with the 5 of clubs on 10-7-3 all clubs. He has king 8.
What a cooler flop.
That's pretty good.
What can I do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
80's good. Am I dead yet? Okay, no turn yet. That's good.
Am I dead yet?
I love this guy.
I'm not dead on any turns, right?
No.
Okay.
You're not. You are very live, mate. You've got 85% of the equity.
Okay.
That's an excellent
Make it
turn.
91.
All right. I really want
I
to
only have 4 outs.
feel this if it comes.
King and 8. Flop.
Taste
My
the
boy the
poison.
bulldog.
I only have 4 outs.
Correct.
Oh!
There you go.
Nice hand.
All right. It's good to be back. Yeah, you know. I was really on the outskirts for a minute there.
How much?
I got him right where I want him now.
I told you in the
An
violin
absolute masochist.
Yes.
Put the
Thank
drink
you,
down
thank
so
you.
he could just
Appreciate
absorb
it. You
the
have a lot of
blow
chips to
should the
lose,
4
so,
outer have
you know,
rolled
plenty
off
to
on
give
the river.
away. Thank
I
you
agree.
so much. Okay. Still no danger, no threat, but one more double up, then I become, you know, muy peligroso.
Creeping up on you, though. What? Creeping up on you.
Right there. And this hand?
Okay.
And TBK's got
We
17
get to
bigs now.
hang out a little longer.
Hey, my boy's just a boss.
Nice, actually. I don't mind losing. It would have been quiet without you. You know?
Thank you so much.
Like,
Thank you, thank you.
more relaxing ambiance with you at the table.
Yes, yes. No, it
I
keeps it
agree.
dynamic.
Yeah,
More
yeah,
fun,
yeah.
for sure.
Better, yeah.
Yeah. You may have just increased your EV by doubling me up. That's one of those spots.
What's that?
It's
He knows what that is.
yes, yes. You may have won a new electric vehicle. Yeah.
I see.
You increase your Tesla.
Yeah.
Don't mention Tesla to me, please.
So easy?
What's the problem?
That's it. You're the boss.
Tesla.
Bro, really? You're shorting?
Well, it depends. I'm both ways. It's like,
Lost both ways.
win, lose, but it's like my, max need.
Yeah.
End of the road.
Yeah.
Wow, we found the Montenegrin Ali Najad. Alexa is
Really young
short
guy.
Tesla.
Completely forgot about it. Nothing crazy, but it was still a nice
Time,
spot.
I get it.
And it went up like, whatever.
Short, long,
Yeah.
a little bit of everything, it sounds like.
It's my only
Cool.
lucky story. Like,
Cool Ali over.
I'm sure there's some more stories.
No, I mean of that. Like, you know, some people like find Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
got
I had no idea
410.
they had. That happens all the time, I feel like. I'm sure that's happened to you.
Me?
Something like, yeah. No, never.
Never misplaced any crypto, really. How much?
Well, Noira getting
5K
action
maybe
from
once in my room for a few months.
number
That's
1
why.
and number 2 at this table.
Bad read. To me.
Still has the
Wow.
best hand,
You guys got ace off the rush.
but Ismailov, once he gets involved, he really is trying to apply pressure, almost regardless of the board.
How do you play against someone that tries to win every pot?
Hopefully get dealt the winner. That's a big part of it. Got to keep putting money in and hope to have the best of it when the cards flip over.
Go.
Maher will have the winner 91% of the time. But Javid, not one to typically slow down. Loves putting on pressure. Maher now chopping with all other Queen X. Now losing to a 7.
This really is such an uncomfortable hand to call down with. Your kicker has been counterfeit. You're drawing so slim when behind. Usually just 2 outs.
Wow. This
Hard to
guy.
fault him for that fold. I mean, it's just not the hand to take your stand with.
This guy has come into the Triton Super High Roller Series like an absolute wrecking ball.
It's a bad turn. Could have had a 7.
That wasn't a spot for get wrecked, was it? That was just wrecking ball was on your mind.
Probably was a spot for get wrecked, to be fair.
It was like,
It's like, just get wrecked, mate. I'm the chip leader.
yeah.
Stay out of the way, and maybe you ladder a couple more spots. You know, the difference between 6th and 4th, for example, is 860,000.
Those jumps, by the way, so flat in this part of the payout structure. Each ladder between 6 and 3, relatively equal. About 400,000 per jump, 4 to 500,000.
Damn.
So each elimination is worth quite a lot. Now that we're down to 6.
A lot in terms of dollar value,
Yes.
not much in terms of buy-ins.
Just like as a percentage of what's to come.
That's why I asked again. I didn't believe you.
If you think about like playing for the win, you know, you have to be prepared to finish 5th or 4th a lot of the time, but laddering from 6 to 3 makes you a good bulk of the remaining prize pool. So it does kind of incentivize survival. Is this an open limp from Taylor with a premium, no less? Ace Jack suited in the hijack.
I think he was coming with plans of limp jam against the chip leaders on his left.
Yeah, it could be the positional thing at this table. Taylor does currently have the worst seat, having to get through both Ismailov and Pavicevic.
Nine, 7, 3, 2 clubs, 1 heart. Taylor with the 2 overs, backdoor not flush draw. Eric's got that inside straight draw and may come out firing here, which he does.
Looks like mandatory continue for TVK. Yes, we could be behind, but 4 to 1 on our money. Overcards with hearts. Now the opportunity for Wasserson to win it. Does generally connect well with a low board. Probably completes any 2 suited cards in the small blind. So a lot of flushes available for Was. Shuts it down though. Let's see if Taylor seeks protection for the ace-jack high. No guarantee it's the best hand. Could be up a 7 or could be up against a 7 or a 3. That's a nice outcome. Little 200k stab to clear out a gut shot and 2 live cards.
Yeah, well played TVK, just making some adjustments there. Byproduct of having big stacks to his direct left. Not the seat
Trap
he
me.
would have chosen.
Very
Same
advanced
could be
play
said for
pre-flop.
Seth Davies.
Not sure what to make of it.
It just seemed fun.
Definitely fun.
Trying to have
Different.
some fun.
Alexa, I think, giving some thought to an open jam there.
Your
Bit
king
of
eight was pretty
hesitation.
advanced.
Oh, it's like
But
base,
40 big
yeah,
blinds against Wasserson.
standard action.
Just based on what he's been opening, I think he was more than happy to play the queen 8 suited. Did look like serious consideration about something though. Maybe this is why. Not wanting to get 3-bet by the healthy stack on the button.
Was has shown up to play today, man. Was is feeling it right now.
100%.
He's in his groove. He's got 50 bigs. 6.2 million up top.
I was too short. I don't even remember. Yeah. Yeah, I was too short.
Good. I make it 300 and flop you at 800.
Ah, yeah. Maybe a little. Yeah, you're right.
Reliving that pocket 5s hand that got Taylor the double.
Eric currently guaranteed his
Would have felt a bit better because I would have gotten
best live cash.
Yeah.
You know.
I understand.
Yeah, you get it.
Yeah, he kind of fucked you up, man.
Previous career high of 545,000. Recently took down 25k mixed games dealers choice championship in the Bahamas where we were during WSOP Paradise. Picked up 353k over there. He's absolutely smashed his record here. Guaranteed at least 6th place money.
Seth here.
I have
Bluff
a bad
raise.
feeling, so just
Blind
thinking
versus
that.
blind. Convincing a pretty playable one to fold there. Had a bad feeling.
Man. Just take it.
Just take it, he says. Sometimes, you know, you pick the player at the table that you're trying to avoid. Maybe a sign of respect there from TVK, just saying, you know, if there's anyone I don't want to mess this up against, it's Seth Davies.
Very in form, of course. Fresh off that win in the 50k just the other night, for just shy of $1.5 million. Kudos to Davies for finding the spot there.
Yeah.
Hasn't had many opportunities presented to him to pick up chips, and well, as soon as that door did open, he stepped right into it. Back up to 17 bigs.
Oh no. Ismailov continues to go after Pavi, who is still second in chips.
Ace Queen has been the theme of this final table. Probably going to come with call.
Yeah, very different spot from his last confrontation with ace-queen, having position and a good price. Just calling.
I mean, this could be huge for Alexa. Ace, Jack, 9. Javid's got bottom pair, backdoor clubs. And we know he loves to barrel multiple streets, especially when he's involved pre-flop as the aggressor.
It's a deceptive little snap call from Pavi, I think. Traditionally looks weak. His ace-queen quite strong.
Oh my.
2.6 in the middle.
Amazing.
Doesn't bet big.
Cheap enough to convince Javid that the 9 might be good. There are straight draws and flush draws visible.
Self-inflicted damage being done here by Javid.
Yeah, playing this one too speedy pre-flop. Inflating this pot to the point where over 2 million has already been lost, and Pavi's going to ask for another 2.7.
Javid's getting a bit ahead of himself, isn't he, Kev? Just needs to recognize this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, I think many players with the big chip lead fall into this trap of all aggression as the path to winning hands against their opponents. Javid has calling chips. And I don't mean for this river spot, but just in general, having the option to play hands without building them to this size, being underutilized thus far at this final table.
Yeah, it feels like every opportunity there has been to be aggressive, he's kind of taken it, which at the end of the day, let's be honest, is why he's the overwhelming chip leader with 6 left and 6.2 up top. So, you know,
When
it
it's
has
going
its
well,
benefits.
yeah, when it's going well and you've got the winner enough of the time. Oh, look at this from Alexa. Maybe sensing that he needs to change the energy a little bit to get paid off. This like overt look of comfort that we've even seen him use before, I feel, when bluffing.
Yeah, but like, tell me what the bluff is, mate.
Oh,
Find me a bluff.
It's so hard, of course. But we've seen Pavi open light under the gun. 7-5 of clubs.
Wow.
Did he call? Oh. Alexa's taken over the chip lead.
What on earth did we just witness there? And perhaps, as you mentioned, Kevin, that body language shift from Alexa, just
I think it
getting
did
him
something.
paid off.
Yeah.
Javid with the ill-timed aggression and then the misstep on the river. Wanted to be a big hero on the big stage. Pavi has taken the chip lead, and as we were discussing, the last thing Javid wanted was to have the chip leader on his direct left, but that's what he's done with that misstep. I mean, I think now, you know, people like Wasserson, people like Seth, Mahad are going to see what's going on. And we could end up having a bit of a repeat from that 50k when we come back from break. Really wouldn't surprise me if we just enter a bit of a gridlock, bit of a stalemate. If players are anticipating a potential implosion from Javid with his 11 million chip stack, then why not wait for the chips to come your way?
Yeah. Yeah, it becomes a game of waiting. You want to just be the beneficiary of a generous double up, or sit by while a big collision happens between former chip leader and one of your table mates?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that hand we just witnessed there.
We're running bad.
What's that?
We're running really bad.
Yeah, I know.
And
That's why
yeah.
I hope we lose there. Just keep losing.
Yeah.
Don't change anything.
Yeah.
It's like a 10K donation to the higher
Still
cause.
quite a lot of chips in
Call.
play, 44 big blind average.
Yeah, actually. I get it.
No shame in folding.
Yeah, no shame in folding.
Oh, I had you. Fuck.
What's with the table talk? It's been
There's just no shame, you know? I have
highly
enough chips
entertaining.
now, there's no shame.
Two chip leaders coming into this frame. Pavi and Ismailov both playing around 60 big blinds apiece.
Frustration calls.
So Maher has a pretty nice seat in the sense that he is on the left of the two chip leaders. Seth Davies and TVK are as handcuffed as it gets. Having Javid on their left doesn't make things easy.
Race.
So 6 remain here. Blinds up to big blind 200k. Maher to the shortest stack.
Gonna try to wait out the other short stacks. Didn't want to defend against the 2.5x open.
I'll join you, Taylor.
Yeah. What are you having? Let's do some wine. Yeah, let's do some red wine.
I'm with you.
Should we drink local or? Yeah. A bottle of red wine we're gonna share? A nice bottle, local. Yeah, thank you so much.
There we go. Come on, the boys.
Oh, wow, that was fast. I did not even see the first card.
Some local red wine being ordered.
They were having the cognac last night.
I'm just gonna catch a break,
Late last
man.
night as well.
Damn.
Been drinking. I mean, at the start of this final table, Randy, they
Almost
started
just a call this
discussing shots for everyone. Just going shot for shot, all the way down to a champion.
How much is it?
1.9.
Taking
1.975.
This is a flush.
1975.
jam spot.
Must be nice, man.
Small. Sub 10
Yeah,
bigs.
this
Seth
is
with
a
queen
kid.
7. Gonna ask for a count.
I just keep getting fucking banger card after banger card
should
and I
never
just
be
get
calling
nothing
this.
with it.
Basically, the
All
game plan
lose.
at the bottom is try to out chip your opponent.
400
Hopefully
at a
they have
time.
the pressure.
400 at a time, baby. It's worked for the last